Hello, folks. Hot Rod Rodney 25 coming back to you with another mail call. This is going to be mail call number 18 for 2020. So let's get into it. This is a fairly big, not big or large or oversized, but it's pretty large mail call. And I thought mail call 18 would be perfect because 18 is a good number. So, getting into it, this car is, the steps are broke on it and it's missing a wheel set, but, that's fine. It can be repaired, but it is Conrail. And it's a hopper. It's Tyco. Everything here that I'm going to show you is Tyco and Mantrua. Same difference. Mantrua was like the newer Tyco. So, but anyway, it's got a piece missing out of the rim, the top rim. I don't know if it was going to be a project or what, but you never know. With my ideas, it could become something. But anyway, no big deal. I can always come up with an idea for steps. I mean, they can't be real hard to make. Even if you just have the ladder part, I mean, it actually looks fairly good. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of cars are getting like that, and the steps get broke off in wrecks, or people drop the cars being careless or whatever. But anyway, there's car number one. Everybody probably owned one of these or several of them, and probably still do. I do own quite a few of the. I'm not going to say quite a few, but I do own a few of the old Dutch cleaner boxcars and the hoppers, or the covered hoppers. But another great car. And you could probably, if you had one that you wasn't interested in or didn't matter to you, it was all messed up or something, you could probably just paint it over and make your own car or own railroad out of it. That's what most people do. They'll buy the cheaper cars and weather them, or practice weathering, and paint them over, make their own railroad out of them. But this one is in pretty good shape. It's got all the steps, good wheel sets, couplers. I mean, horn hook couplers. I know a lot of people going to say they don't like them, but hey, it was Tyco and all them back then that started the hobby, for the exception of Lionel, Ives, Marks, and American Flyer. All those, because they're bigger scale, I'm talking about Tyco, AHM, Lifelike was in there in that category. All them older brands. was what everybody got started in the hobby as kids. But anyway, the next car, of course, again, a Tyco, but I'm not a real big fan on the refrigerator reefer cars, but I've been keeping these Swift cars because I've got a Swift building that's going to be an model railroad switched industry on my layout. So these cars are stacking up a little bit, and so I got quite a few big ones and the smaller ones, and I also have a stock car, I believe, which would be your cattle, livestock car, however you want to call it, in Swift. So it may end up being in that industrial too. You never know. Maybe at a pen somewhere. A fenced in area. Again, I'm not a real big fan of the refrigerator cars, but here is a Dairyman's milk refrigerator ice car. And the reason I say ice car, these hatches would open on the prototype cars in the real world, and they dump ice into these corners, ice into these corners, and everything in between would be, refrigerated then, because they didn't have generators or refrigeration units back then on these like they do nowadays. So this one is also missing a wheel set. I just noticed that. So no big deal. I've got plenty of extra wheel sets that I can take care of that problem. Anyway, here's one of my favorite cars, and I said in mail call 17, I believe it was, that I would show you real quick what I meant by the refrigerator car idea or body idea. What I meant is you take your underframe trucks, wheels, and if you have a car that has broken steps, or if you just want to ruin, cut up a good car, that's entirely up to you. But you take and chop these steps off right here completely flat, and you take and line it up there, and it should snap. It might not necessarily snap, but you put it on there and then it looks like a container, a refrigerator car container. So that's what I did with one of my cars a long time ago, and I sort of liked it because the couple steps was broke off of it, and I thought, well, why have one or two steps when the other side don't have any steps? So I chopped them off, filed the body down a little bit so there wouldn't be no rough edges, and tried it on here on one of these Mantua or Tyco Western Maryland flat cars that you usually see tractors or cars or pipe on, drain pipe. And you put your body on there, and it looks like a container. Or that would be the new style refrigerator car in my case, because I'm planning on having a lot of stuff put on these. I figured out if you do just a little bit of fouling and sanding in places, you can put piggyback pup trailers or whatever you call them, the little short piggybacks on there. You can only get one, unfortunately, but one is better than none at all. But if you could do it this way, or you could even make up some kind of piece of styrene or something and stack some wood, some rail, some railroad rail or ties, or anything. Pile a load of trees on there if you want. But anyway, that was just what I was saying something about in the end of mail call number 17 for 2020. Take your refrigerator car, and it would go right over that, and you can glue it, you can do whatever. You still have this place for your weights if you wanted to add weights, and if you want to remove your containers, you take this apart, put a magnet inside the roof of your shell of your refrigerator car, and you can remove it with a magnet if you want, as long as they don't fit real tight or they're glued down. But I think it was a neat idea on my part. I don't know if anybody else ever had the idea, but I've never seen anybody bring it up on YouTube or mention it, so I might be the only one. Who knows? But anyway, on with this mail call before it gets way out of, because it's already up to 12 minutes. Here is a upgraded Tyco car. Now this is an old auto loader train. This is what I consider the old original auto racks. And the reason I say auto racks is because you're hauling autos on there. The same way as Afrin or Intermobile or not Intermobile, but Intermountain, or one of the other brands out there has auto racks that's enclosed with the roll up doors where they put the autos inside. Well, back in them days they hauled them on the outside, and that's what I consider the original auto rack, because even though it's a loader, they call it a loader or an auto train car or whatever they want to call it. To me, it's the same thing as the auto rack, only it's the original, because they hauled them outside back then, and they got snowed or rained on or dirty. But anyway, this is something that I'm pretty sure I do not have one in my collection until this mail call, or till this batch of stuff came that I had bought from somebody on Facebook. I do own quite a few box cars, I believe they are, or grain hoppers, or not grain hoppers. Some kind of box cars that hauls the dog food and that kind of stuff in it. But anyway, I'm glad to have one of these to the collection because I'm going to have a Purina Industrial 2 sometime on my layout, since I have so many different type cars. This I do know I never had one of my collection. A Season's Greetings boxcar. No broken steps. Both wheel sets are there. Just a broken coupler, which ain't no big deal, but yeah, something to run for Christmas. Everybody probably seen these before, the Penn Central boxcars. This one is just upgraded with I believe whisker couplers. I'm not sure what type coupler they are, but it is a Tyco car. Penn Central, one of my favorite railroads, way under Western Maryland and all them though. And everybody knows about these. Everybody says they're rare, popular. You can get these every day of the week at a train show for a little bit of nothing. They're not worth anything more than anything else that you get for $1 or $5 or whatever, but this one came with the lot, so it's another car I get to decorate if I want to do some weathering or just practice weathering. I'm not losing anything. I mean, because I've got plenty of these. I can make a whole train of just these with a BN Tyco engine and a BN caboose. That's how many I have of them. So anyway, this has been Mail Call excuse me guys, Mail Call number 18 for 2020, with a little bit of a how-to mixed in with this car and the flat car. If you wanted to, you know, make it like a container refrigerator type train. But anyway, that's it for Mail Call number 18. I hope you enjoyed my videos, my mail calls. Don't forget I do a Thursday night live stream on Thursdays at 7 p.m. when I'm able to, and that's Eastern time. And the camera stopped. Okay. Anyway, don't forget 7 p.m. Eastern Thursday nights with Hot Rod Rodney 25 on my channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment in the section down below. Ding the little bell icon so you don't miss any future videos on my channel. And thanks again for watching, everybody, and thanks for your support on my channel. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.